get setter for the details now, because a former General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, NPP, has cast doubt on the formidability of the newly elected National Democratic Congress, NDC, executives. Now, in an interview on JoyNews, the Probe on Sunday, Boadu said the NDC does not have a solid team to compete with the governing party. According to him, there is no basis to compare NPP and NDC national executives. He cited an instance of the opposing side using a game of football.
You know, a football team, you have goalkeeper for Hearts of Oak, goalkeeper for Kotoko, and you are putting them against each other. They will never even meet before the end of the 90 minutes. You have number 9 of Hearts of Oak and number 9 of Kotoko, and you are putting them together. That's not how it works. You understand? That's not how it works. You have a party in government, and you have a party in opposition. Also, party in opposition and their executives, their work is simple. Just sometimes make noise and go and sleep. It is exactly what happened when they were making that. But all these people are people that we've been working with over the years. Take Asedu Ketia, take who? Yamin, Ashanti region, Fifi Kwete, who again?
And then
who again?
We have the deputy. The current crop.
Who are they?
At least the top 3. General Secretary.
I'm saying these are people.
That's not worry your party.
No, these are people we work with. And when I listen to Asedu Ketia, for instance, and his explanation as to why they were not able to put together a competent team to collate their resource. If you listen, then you ask yourself, is there any basis to compare him to even anybody? Because you see, if you cause such a blunder, you can only correct it in 4 years' time. They caused it in 2016, and they were not able to correct it. They caused it again in 2020. So who are we comparing? Somebody who is incapable of giving job and monitoring and evaluating and making sure that, because the job is time bound, making sure that the necessary, back as General Secretary and tell me you weren't aware by the time you realized they couldn't collate the result. We even went ahead, in our case, even in 2016, we went ahead and did a mock elections. As if we were going to do the elections on X date. We did it. We had our polling agents at all the chosen constituencies that were doing the mock. We saw some challenges. We corrected. In 2020, Ashanti region, we had to repeat our mock there about 8 times.
You were prepared for the election.
To make sure that we were battle ready, we were fit for purpose. You understand? So if you are comparing such a person who is incapable of managing one major, you see, one thing is that.
So for you, the current leadership.
Wait.
So the
when I finish, you understand what I'm talking about. First of all, it is not even right to compare in the first place. Secondly, even if you want to compare, you realize that you are comparing somebody who is totally inefficient, who cannot manage the system. It's only noise.
It's not a solid team. It's not a solid team.
No, not really.
Oh.
There is a silver lining in every cloud, and the former General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, NPP, Boadu, seems to have discovered his after suffering a shocking defeat in July. Speaking publicly for the first time since being voted out of office, the politician said he was grateful to be relieved of the kind of burden that came with the role, while admitting that he sometimes misses his former job. He noted that now he has time to bond with his family, especially his 7-year-old son.
Yes, why not? I'll lie by not saying that. But I think I'm also relieved the kind of burden, so to speak. And it got to a point that even your attempt to explain things does not even go through. You understand? And when I also sat back, I was missing a lot. I didn't even know. I was there about 3 weeks ago. Then my son, who is around 6-7 years, said that, Dad, are you John Boadu or Nana Akufo-Addo? I said, why are you asking me that question? He said that one of his mates asked him whether his father is John Boadu or Nana Akufo-Addo. I said, what answer did you? He said, he doesn't know. You know why he said he doesn't know? He sees me once in a while. In the morning, some people come to my house, we do meetings, leave, come in a week's time. Sometimes you come, he's not even there, he's gone to school. So the interaction, I occasionally see people, then he will see you on telly, and all that. You can imagine what my elder children has gone through over the period. So sometimes if you are not very careful, you do these things. By the time you come home, you don't have any hope to attend to. So on that score, I think that all these things are things that God does to shape you in order for you to understand. Because if not, I wouldn't have known. Now I help him in his own work. I look at it, I go to his PTA meetings, I get in touch with the teachers to look at how best we can even help him in some subjects that he's incapable of appreciating and all that. And I think that we need that kind of
So your defeat has been some form of a blessing to you as well? I think
so. Okay. More so when, you see, in the New Patriotic Party, if you want to work, you don't need so much title to work for.
The outspoken politician in the 1 hour-long interview said despite his defeat, he's still committed to the party and will support the NPP from behind the scenes to break the eight as promised. Mr. Boadu lost to Justin Frimpong Odua, alias JFK, in the keenly contested election held at the Accra Sports Stadium in July 2022.
Orientation, and I was invited to take them to the organogram of the party. And I did so, and to their admiration. Like I said, I'm a member of National Executive National Council. So as and when there's the need, because we are not in full-time campaign yet, but there are a lot, elections is a process, it's not an event. So there are a lot of things that need to be done. And I'm doing a lot. I don't want you to even know some of the things. I'm doing a lot of things behind the scenes because I started a lot of processes that will have to be continued. And we need to follow up, you understand? So specifically, if it's about designation, no, not now, but there are a lot of things that I have to do to ensure that the management of the party does not suffer at all.
Okay. So your commitment to bring to bear your experience and everything is still intact?
No, that's what I've no doubt. Because having spent all my youthful life and youthful days in doing such a risky job, risky because I remember towards 2016, even internally, the kind of challenges that we had, said that we couldn't even hold steering committee meetings at our headquarters. We are going to meetings as if we are preparing for war internally. So having gone through all this, there's no way at this level, especially at this time, where there is a need to do what has not been done ever before in this country, where a political party spends 2 terms and wants to succeed itself with a new presidential candidate. That calls for some new ideas and some change of direction in terms of how the campaign should go, particularly in this environment where, because of our pandemic and other issues globally, almost all governments are suffering.